See that little black thing chasing me? That's a drone, but nobody is controlling it. It's flying itself, which means I can get shots like this all on my own. This little thing is supposed to be like a flying action camera. It's not like other drones, you don't need a pilot. To simply get it in the air and it's supposed to track and follow you down the mountain. But here's the real question. Can it survive my backyard mountain bike trail? Hoverair sent me the X1 Pro to test, and to be honest, I'm a little scared of breaking it. I have no idea how well this thing can track, so before I push it to its absolute limit and possibly destroy it on my backyard mountain bike trail, I came up with a couple of other tests that will let us know exactly what this thing can handle. Here's the plan. Test 1, an easy field test to see how well it tracks in an open area. Test 2, we step it up on fast and flowy mountain bike trails. Test 3, we push its limits with big jumps and plenty of hang time. And the final test, the ultimate torture test on my backyard trail, filled with tight turns, crazy wooden features, and lots of trees to dodge at high speed. Oh no! Oh no! This video is sponsored by Hoverair. Okay, so this first test is a field test, and I do mean that literally. My neighbour's paddock is a wide open area, so it should be the perfect place to test how well this drone can track in an open field. Maybe just don't tell my neighbours about this. All right, red light's on. That means go. Yep, it's coming. Sounds like it's coming. Some rocks in these paddocks. I'm not sure what's on the other side. Whoa, another rock. Poo. Or thistles. I was stoked with the first test. It did a great job tracking me. So I tried sidetrack mode, which had the drone flying along beside me for a bit more of a dynamic camera angle. Hoverair survived the paddock and honestly did a great job tracking me. So let's raise the stakes a little bit and move on to test 2, actual mountain bike trails. I headed to Mount Stromlo, where the trails are fast, flowy, and super fun to ride. It's mostly open with just the occasional clump of trees to dodge, so I thought this should be a pretty easy test for the Hoverair. On second thought, maybe not. I think I was going a bit too quick for it to keep up. It was tracking me, but it was flying all over the place. Eventually, it clipped a tree and hit the ground hard. Surprisingly, I popped the battery back in, dusted it off, and was straight back in the air, following me to the top, ready to try again. I took the second run a bit more chill, which allowed the drone to follow me better, and I ended up with this banger clip. I'll play the full thing so you can really get a good idea of how this drone handles. Just ignore that creaking noise coming from my bike. I gotta say, it is pretty awesome that I can get shots like this without a cameraman. I think it was these quick berms that sent the drone wide and caused it to crash the first time. But this time, it made it through. Just. Oh God. For test 3, things got a little out of hand when I met my mate Oliver at the local jump park. We were ready to test how well the drone could follow him on some big jumps. But things didn't exactly go as planned. We have absolutely terrible conditions for trying here. It's windy and it's raining, but we're trying to get the shot. Let's see how he goes. In the mad rush to beat the storm, I forgot to mic Oliver up, so we don't have any sound here. We tried multiple times with different settings, but we just couldn't get the drone to track past the second jump. I don't think it was ready for Oliver's quick up and down movements, or maybe it was just the terrible conditions. I guess we'll have to come back for another test when the jumps dry out. But hey, the trip wasn't a waste. I got to fly the Hoverair in manual mode using my phone. It works just like any other drone, and with a bit more practice, I know I can get better shots than this, but I'm still pretty happy with what we managed under time pressure from the storm. There was a quick break in the wind and I decided to test out the slow-mo features. The first shot was taken at 60 frames per second and it looks really crisp. Then we pushed it to 120 frames per second for some buttery smooth slow-mo, but the quality drops to 1080 pixels and just doesn't look as good. I don't really see myself using that setting, but maybe it will do better on a sunny day. I'm at the top of my backyard mountain bike trail, Snake Run, for what I think is going to be the ultimate torture test for the Hover Air X1 Pro. For those of you who are new here, I've been building this trail for a fair few years now, and it's got drops, jumps, massive wooden berms, but it's tight. There are bushes and trees right on the edge of the trail. So this little thing needs to be working overtime if it wants to survive a full lap top to bottom. Even if it can't complete a full lap, after the previous tests, I've got no doubt that this will be able to get me some pretty awesome shots somewhere on the trail. So let's check it out. All right, Snake Run, test one. Let me pause it right there. Things didn't start out great. I had the wrong settings for test one, and then on test two, this happened. Oh, it sounds like it's still coming. Nice. Oh no! Oh no! That sounded like it hit a tree. All right, so this is test number 3. And last time, I learned that if it's a tight corner with a tree on the outside, take it slow. Here we go. All right, this one right here, slow down. Let it catch up a bit. Yeah, nice. All that as well. Okay, here we go. The drop. Nice. Is it still coming? Yes, I can hear it. Yeah. So the Hover Air had somewhat successfully survived the first half of my trail, but this next section would be the biggest challenge of all, the corkscrew dunny drop. Just getting to the corkscrew was hard enough. And when it did make it there, it had a fast and tight 270-degree berm to follow me around. After a couple of tries, I was beginning to think that this feature was maybe too much for the Hover Air, and then disaster struck. Sounds like it's coming. It's coming! Oh my God. Holy crap. Oh my God, surely that broke it. Surely that broke it. That was a huge crash. Check it out from my view. Oh my God. Let's see, does she fly?
Close. Cycling mode.
Go. Go, son. No way. Yes. We are in business. Oh my God. Back to it. I can't believe that it's actually following me after that massive crash. That is incredible. Whoa, you made it, mate. Okay, I'm actually surprised by that. Actually, come with me. Oh, yes! I made it. Okay. Oh, sick. Oh, I'm pumped on that. So that's the bottom of the track, and you've got to admit, this thing was pretty surprising. Like, I was not expecting it to do that well. Sure, it did have some massive crashes in there, but it's still flying. It's still going, and it still wants to track me. So if you end up buying one, then maybe don't try it on a track that's quite as tight as my backyard one. Just, stay away from the trees and the really tight corners, and you will get the best footage ever. I love it. I'll be using this a lot on my channel. So if you've enjoyed this, make sure you like and subscribe.